Hello everybody and welcome back to Simple Rockets 2. Today I'm going to be trying to go to the moon and back. And I'm starting to use my voice in some of these videos. So tell me down below in the comments whether or not this is a good change. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, we're in the build screen for designing the rocket. I'll go ahead and start with a new rocket. And this is the base rocket, where you start every build from. As you can see, the user interface has the menu, it has the move parts, all the colors, painting like this. You have the parts list with all the building parts. You have some of the part properties where you can take a look at each of the parts. You have staging, symmetry, search parts, and view options. So first thing I want to do, I'm going to take this over here. I want to make a simple reusable rocket for this video. So radius of 2 meters and then height of about 20 meters. Once you get the hang of it, building in this game, it's not that hard. Here are some of the engine choices. I like to go with a mage engine like this, and because it's very small, I go over here to this one. I'll put a fuel adapter right here. And then if I hover over the fuel adapter and I click the symmetry, what I need to do is I want to have 6 of these going all the way around. So one tap of a button, and now I can get another engine. Just like that, I have all 7 engines that I will need for the first stage of my rocket. Pretty simple. Here I'm going to change the texture. So, as you can see, there are lines along the side. Okay, sorry about the interruption. Something went wrong with the Wi-Fi service, but now it should be working. Okay, so I have the first stage already. I don't want to put any boosters because I don't want this to be very complicated. So we're going to go here to the structural parts, and this is the interstage that will separate the first stage and the second stage. So I can curve, I can do this. You can adjust basically any part, like so. To keep it simple, I'll have it a little bit skinnier than the first stage, as second stages normally are. And then we're going to put a Titan engine, very powerful, very efficient, it will get us high, which is what we need to go to the moon. Okay, so again, I'm going to go here, and we choose channels as our texture. We're going to need a lander if you want to be able to land on the moon. So here, this is my second stage. Sometimes I don't, but just in case, I'm going to put a little, very small third stage, just in case. Here. We choose Pixie Engine because this is not going to be a very powerful stage. We don't need it. Now we go ahead, put the fairings like this. Oh, but when you put the fairings, you always need to put the fairing base first. Then you can put the main part of the fairings, and then you can put the fairy nose cone. So I'll do this. Make sure it's good size. So I can add my lander, like so. The lander is going to be very small. I'm not going to go into the mechanics of docking because that will be way too complicated for this video. But here on the lander, we're going to have 3 engines, 3 pixie engines. It should be enough to get us down to the moon and maybe back. Radio times 2. There we have it, 3 engines. And now it's sitting on top of the Interstage. Down here in the control and descent section, we want to have landing legs so we don't crash into the ground when we're on the moon. So this is what they look like when folded out. And it looks a little bit too big, so I want to make it smaller and change the angle a little bit. I always have trouble on the moon. Either my landing legs, I forgot them, or my landing legs are not long enough and my engine gets destroyed. So I put the command pod back on, and then let's go for 5 landing legs, which should work. Take this off, put another interstage like this, a very small one though. This is going to be our splashdown stage, the final stage. A small fuel tank, just in case. I'll put up the pixie engine. Read it from our heat shield. So this is the heat shield. Put it underneath. Oh, there we go. Underneath the command pod, which then I'll put on top. Oops. Well, here. And then I put this on top. Oh. Parachute. So we don't crash into the ground in the atmosphere. And now I'm going to put, finish the fairings. So, like this. Oop. And now we can put the fairing. There we go. A simple, potentially reusable. Before I forget, I need to put a control section on this. When I separate, I want to be able to come back and control this first stage again. So this command chip will let me do that. Before I forget, we can put an astronaut. I don't know how many. You can put in the so if you want to add another one, come over here to part properties. Put the nose cone back on. And then, just in case we can't land the booster, I still want to be able to land it carefully. So I'm going to put 6 parachutes like this. And then I'll give them an activation group, which I can show you in flight. Now we are ready to launch. Wow, that's an amazing shuttle. Must have taken a very long time to build. The Buran shuttle, right? I think. Not sure. Oh, wow. They've changed this a lot. It's... Okay. So it's been about 3 months since I've played Simple Rockets 2. Obviously, some of the changes I can explain. So, over here, we have the pads. This all used to be in a different area. It was all closer. It was not close to the ocean, however. It was, these two smaller pads. Also, they weren't here. And I think there's another launch pad. Oh, is it this? Wow, they have a drone ship here too, it looks like. And over here, there's 2 runways. There used to only be 1, but now there's 2. And I think this is a hangar. I think. Also, they added this command building. Oh, lag. They added this command building here. Haven't seen this one before either. Okay, so we want to launch in the early morning. There. So, oh. I'm going to take a quick look at the map. Oh, they've added so much. Okay. So, Boreas, Brigo, Silero, which is Mars, the drone ship, Drew, which is Earth, Polar Station, Space Center, 2 landing pads, launch pads, Andrew's Comet, which I guess is Taurus, Tydos, one of my favorites, Jupiter, and okay, Uranus, and oh, this is new. Okay, so now it's time for us to launch. When you launch, make sure this is facing, the heading is 90 degrees. Down here in the bottom right corner, you click Stage 1. Fire up the engines. And we don't have enough TUR. So I'm gonna go back. Sorry about that. Save it. If you guys want me to make a series exploring the new planets, let's go for 100 likes. Let's go for 100 likes, and then I'll start. Okay. So now we can launch. 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. The graphics in this game are outstanding, I would say. Very cool. A lot like KSP, but there's some pretty big differences. And this is a lot cheaper too. So you can get this, I think, for $4.99 on the Play Store and the App Store, I believe. So once you get to about 100 meters per second speed, we start pitching over a little bit. As you can see, my fuel is already down to 50%, which is surprising because we're not that high off the ground. I'm a little bit worried. But if we fail, we can always save our astronaut by landing here in the ocean. This does not look very good. Okay, I'm gonna start speeding through like this. Oh! I just remembered, we want to reuse this, don't we? So, because I messed up with the staging, I'm gonna have to go manually click the interstage like this. And then, oops, where are the engines? Let me see. So, I really messed up the staging, didn't I? Let's see. Oh, I can't see anything. Interstage. This is for the third stage, I think. Fuel tank. The engine should be in here, I think. Oh, there it is. Turn it on. This is a powerful one, too. We've already left the first stage behind. Oops. Where'd I go? Let's pause. Here we go. Okay. So once, this green arrow reaches about 70, go back, take control of our first stage. And we're gonna try to land this. So when we're landing, I want to be facing this direction. So the atmosphere slows us down. Hopefully, our other craft continues going up. Okay, now we're going down. I'm gonna switch over to make sure that our other craft continues in the right path. I just wanted to say thank you to the Simple Rockets 2 developers, because this game, not gonna lie, was getting a little bit boring. There weren't that many new things going on. We were all waiting for an update, so thank you. Here I'm gonna click on the fairings. Boom. And if you wanted to know, yes, you can explode things in this game. Not that any of you guys were wondering that, but you can explode things. Well, I guess I'll have to show you later because I can't click on this. Okay, we're at the green arrow, so revving up the engines. Let's get this into orbit. I don't think we will be able to make it to the moon, but you can always cheat a little bit, right? Okay, so I'm out of fuel. I'm gonna separate the stage. This is meant to be our landing stage, so I'm not going to make it. But for now, I'm gonna go pause. We can try to land our other craft in the water safely. Hopefully, we haven't crashed already. But since this is in the water, we might be able to save it. I should have moved the drone ship out. Okay, so re-entry. We're still going pretty fast, but we're slowing down also. Okay, I'm going to let out one parachute. once we get closer to the water. There we go. That slowed us down quite a lot. But we still have quite a ways to go. Okay. Once we reach an altitude of 300 meters, I'm gonna let out the others. So, 3, 2, 1, and we landed. Okay, now I can show you what it looks like to explode things. Because this is gonna be water pollution, and we don't want that, we can destroy it. Whoa. Where am I? Oh no. So, apparently we got launched out into space. Where am I on the map? We are going to leave the solar system, it looks like. Here. Oh, we might fly by one of the planets. Let's see if I can find it. So if the sun is this way, then it looks like I'm facing the planet. I can't see it though. Okay, anyways, we're gonna retry this flight, but there are gonna be a couple of cheats, because there is no way that we're going to make it to the moon with this. So instead of launching from the launch pad, I'm gonna relaunch it from orbit. Hopefully, we can make it to the moon like this. But if not, that's okay. We can always try again. Okay. Once we face the right way, there we go. Almost in orbit. Three, 2, 1, and there we go. We are in an orbit of 85 kilometers to 65 kilometers. So, the next part... Oh, there are 2 moons? Wait. So there have been a lot of changes. There's an inner moon and an outer moon. And so, I'm gonna go for the one on the outside first. And then we can launch back in to go to the inside. And then we can land back on. Okay, we are on target to enter the moon's orbit by doing this. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I deleted no. Again, hopefully we get the same. Okay, oh, this is going to be cool. So this says we're going to fly by the inner moon. And then we're going to fly by the outer moon and land. let it do its thing. So this is going to take 1,200 delta V. Hopefully we have enough. We're going to have to use the second stage. So and disconnect the Interstage. Boom. Oh, we will barely have enough delta V. There we go. So are we gonna try to land on this one, or let's see. We can get a lot closer. Yeah, let's go for a flyby. How do I do this? Down? Yes. So if I go down a little bit more. There we go. So we're going to come within 800 kilometers of this new moon. I want to see what it looks like. Let's see, can we land this? Oh. This looks very interesting. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost messed us up there. So this says I will come in for 2 flybys. The second flyby will bring me a lot closer. So I'll just go around. And we're going to come back around, hopefully, for the second flyby. Okay. Second flyby. And this one is not going to be a flyby, but we will land. Hopefully. There. So 10 kilometers away from the surface. At minimum. This stage is all out. I don't know. Fairing. Hopefully we can. Oh yes, this is going to be a nice smooth landing. Hopefully. This engine is this is a weak engine. I should have made it a lot better, but very slow. We can't. Interstage, and now we turn on the other engines. Oh. 3. Okay, yes, this is a rocky area. We're gonna have to put these legs on. Most likely we're going to crash. I don't think we're going to land this one, but we tried. Oh no. Oh no, we're gonna crash into the mountain. We're gonna crash. This was not a good idea. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, I can see our shadow. Oh no. Oh, you can see it from space too. So I think our astronaut is lost. Oh, I see pieces flying away. Let's take a look. What's this? Landing away. Well, apologies, I was not able to land this time. But hopefully now you know a little bit about the game. And now I think I know a lot more too. See you guys next time. Goodbye.